Hey, zombie survivalists, James with the Z.E.D here again, and we've been pretty busy, but I wanted to do a quick video for you all, again on maps. And this is for the preparation and planning stages of surviving a zombie outbreak, and that's the biggest part. I would say really 75%, and that's being conservative, is about preparing and having a plan. If you all of a sudden wake up and boom, zombie outbreak is happening, you have no preparation and no resemblance of a plan, you're going to be at a severe disadvantage over somebody who has been preparing or has some sort of a plan. And this is part of that stage. I was talking about maps you can take on the go. That's what we're talking about here. And I showed you the paper map. This is a very common map. It's usually a cheap map if you're going to go and buy one now. And it's got some advantages. It's more forgiving in terms of you can fold it up, do whatever you want. It's not going to crease. It's easy to write on, but it's not as durable as this material here, which is a heavier like paper card that's laminated. But this will crease if you fold it not along its pre-described folding area. So if I fold it down like this, it'll just crease up and it'll cause problems. But this also has some advantages over the paper. Like a big one, and the most important one really, is water. Water won't damage this map. Water will damage this map. Even if you let it dry, it can cause the colors to bleed out and merge together and can really ruin, like, let's open it right here. You can have this line kind of blur out and just be gone. And if you think about it on terms of a map, if it looks something like this, that line translates into roads and writing that'll blur out, where it won't happen on this laminated map. Now you can of course take your printouts and laminate them. So there's something to think about. If water is going to be a big hassle to you, and it'll probably be a big hassle to everybody, you know, at least in the form of rain, you may want to think about investing in a map like this. Now this is an older map, and I will say you don't need the most up-to-date map for our purposes. Our purpose is to locate major roads and population centers, and that's it. Everything else is going to be, okay, I'm going to go east, what's there? Okay, there's this road, there's this town, I should either avoid it or go there. So I would say a map that's 10 years old is still usable for our purposes. I wouldn't really go much older than that, depending on where you are. If there's lots of construction, making of new roads, older than 10 years could be a problem. So with that being said, with a laminate map like this, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to draw on it or write on it. Pencil and pen will still work, but it'll take a little bit more effort. Permanent marker is the way to go. But once you write on it, you gotta let it dry before touching it or handling it or folding it up, because it can smear and smudge up and all that. This is an older map, so this is stuff I've done years ago. But I circle population areas like towns and whatnot, just to keep in mind on the go. You may not see a road sign on the move or on foot, depending on how you're moving. So it's good to know, hey, we're going east, we should be coming up upon this town or something like that. Also, another thing to keep in mind is population density. The more west you go on Long Island, for example, the higher the population density. So I made a line here, and this is a line kind of a be on your guard, don't cross this line really, because the higher the population density in a zombie outbreak, that increases your chances of A, seeing a zombie, and B, increases the potential chance of the amount of zombies there. So just something to think about for when you do your own maps. And that's pretty much it. If you're going to print out your own map pieces to laminate, I would suggest doing any writing you want to be permanent, like circling airports or hospitals beforehand, then laminating it. That way there's no chance of water making it smudge or smear. And then you can do any on-the-fly writing and marker afterwards. But that's it for maps. Again, planning is one of the most important stages. Being prepared and having a plan can mean all the difference between being safe, or becoming zombie food, or even worse, being turned into one yourself. So remember, the key to zombie survival is being prepared, having a plan, and staying safe. Take care.